What's up, my crypto legends? Make sure to smash up that like button on your way in, guys, to support the channel. I'm going to take a look at the comment section right away, guys. We're going to analyze Bitcoin. Are we going to have that correction? It looks like that we are kind of losing this 43K level. We are just, holding by a thread from this range. Are we going to have that corrective move? And this might bring us a great buying opportunity here in the next coming days, or are we going to have just a wick here and continue up, guys? This is the thing. Now, if we do come all the way down here, I would prefer longing from this range instead of trying to long from this area, of course. So we're just going to wait patiently. We're probably going to zoom in here on the 15 minutes, see if we can find some scalping opportunities on the Bitcoin chart. It looks like that these divergences are playing out, as you can see, where we were creating lower highs here on the RSI, on the 1 hourly, on the 15 minute, on the 2 hourly, on these time frames, and it looks like that it is playing out. Okay, this was a pretty good shorting opportunity, and one of the first targets was round about the $42,800 range, where the Bitcoin price likes to get liquidity from the highs and the lows, right? You want to enter as high as you can from this range once you see this rejection, and you want to exit once you are close to these lows. Basically, you could take profits right now. I did take profits from a short position that I did have yesterday at the $43,000 range, because I did see that we were getting a little bit of strength. But of course, we could still come to slightly lower than 42,800. This is very, very possible because of the theory that we talked about today, Elliott wave theory. If we do see this on the chart, we can go to the 2 hourly. I think that would be the best time frame to zoom in here. Let's get the VPVR out of the way. Zoom in here on the chart and see that from the ultimate local low, which is right over here, that we are creating waves right over here with this pumpy action corrective move. This would be the second wave. Third wave right over here, we are inside the fourth wave, and we are going to have an impulsive wave to the upside at some stage. Now, question is, will we come all the way down to the $40,000, even $39,000 range at the top of this major wave? That is the question, guys. Now, if we were to come as low as $40,000, this is round about the 61.8 Fibonacci retracement in between 50. Okay, and 61.8 would be 38.4, which is extremely, I mean, I don't think we would have that insane corrective move. Of course, this could happen, but I think we would be getting heavily supported at the 41.5, at 41K levels, and not managing to break down that level. Why do I think so? Because, like I said, this is a major support range, guys. Remember, this is an area that we got marked here, and it's also a big consolidation area. So we are currently above this area. If we do see that corrective move in the next coming hours, I think we are potentially going to get a pretty nice bounce from this range. Okay, we might have a couple of nasty wicks below this area. You know how Bitcoin is. It likes to do nasty wicks. Look at this nasty wick over here, right, where we're having a solid support level just around about the 40,700. This was back in January, and we had a nasty wick all the way down to 39.6. So yeah, that was about almost around about $1,000 wick right over there. So if we're talking $40,000, don't be surprised to see a wick here, and down to the 39K levels potentially, and consolidating around this range, but with some nasty wicks to the downside before we continue up. This is also a possibility. So anyway, we'll be analyzing also some different altcoins, guys. So yeah, make sure to smash up the like button. Let's dive in here straight into the comment section. I hope the sound is good. Let me just check here the settings. 1 second. The sound should be pretty okay. Right, let me scroll down here, say hello to everyone, or almost everyone. Kevin, morning. How are you doing? Akash says, Sand, please. Jackie Wood, hello. I got my mother here in the comment section. Right, let's take a look at Sand for Akash. I'm going to write that one down, but let me just scroll down here before we go through other altcoins. Buffo, Blessing Andy, could we please briefly check MRI, Marshall, Rogan, Inu, Aka, Joe, Rogan, Dogs? Hang on a second. I got my light that's turned off here. Right. Continued success, great analysis. Buffo, straight away. Okay, let's start taking a look at some altcoins here because I know there's a lot of people wanting me to take a look at some altcoins. So why not? Let's take a look at them because I want to say hello first. But let's go with Sand, US dollar. We're going to do really quick analysis, see what's going on. By the looks of things, yeah, there's nothing here to... not much to analyze. We are getting supported from this range, but we didn't get a major bounce. It seems like that the buying interest on these, you know, metaverse projects, you know, the hype is we're losing that hype. People are losing interest. We got a solid reaccumulation major support level, but we have much more selling pressure. This is why you are creating lower highs here on the macro, looking at the daily. So what if, you do get that reaction at this level, but in this reaction, we need to see buying pressure. We need to see people interested in buying at the $3 range. There's no interest at all. People are not interested in buying. So this has the risk of having a pretty aggressive drop, falling dropping below the $2.90 range. Okay, we are getting retested, lower highs. This looks like a kind of massive descending triangle. Okay, I'm not going to show you the projected move because it would go -0, but we could have a pretty nasty deep, even going to the $2 range. We do have a good resistance and support level right at this area. And yeah, by the looks of things, you know, people have lost interest in metaverse and sand, on you know, these other ones such as I can't remember the names now. Is it Sandbox? And what was the other one? Famous metaverse project, Decentraland. Seems like, you know, losing interest. Let's take a look at VPVR here 1 second, just for a quick analysis on this. You know, we do have a pretty solid level. If we take a look at the price action here, it is a pretty solid range. This is why we are bouncing, as you can see here on the VPVR. Major zone. Well, this is why we're getting supported. But if we do not see any buying pressure, and yeah, there's no signs of strength here at all. We should be already bouncing from here, and it's turning around already. So not looking too good. Not looking too good. Anyway, let's take a look at MRI. Let's take a look at this one. I think this is Marshall, Rogan Inu. Marshall, Rogan Inu. Oh my goodness. What is this? We do not have any chart data, by the way, so we cannot do any chart analysis on TradingView. Marshall, Rogan Inu. Yeah, this is pumped like crazy. It's a meme coin by the looks of things, because it's ending on Inu. That's one of the main reasons. But yeah, this one just came out just a few weeks ago by the looks of things. And it's been pumping like crazy. It was just trading at about 1-2 cents, currently trading at 13 cents. This one's done over a 5-6x. Yeah, stay cautious with this. This is in a very euphoric mode. This could pump still, you know, quite a bit, but it very likely is going to have a very big corrective move. Marshall Inu. Marshall Rogan Inu. Okay. I think this is it like backed up by Joe Rogan, right? Joe Rogan's dog's coin. Yeah, this is the thing, you know. He's made a coin. This guy, you know, Joe Rogan, famous podcast guy. Also, the guy from the UFC. I don't know. This is the thing. Stay cautious. This might pump like crazy and then have a massive corrective move. It's very likely. Anyway, XTZ, when you get a chance, says Kevin. Let's take a look at XTZ. That is Tezos, if I remember. Let's take a look at Tezos on the chart. Well, we got a major level here on Tezos. looking at the daily. It is at the strongest level right now. Look at the volume profile. We have the biggest point of control just at the $2.80, and this means that this has been trading like crazy at this range. Okay, we have had a lot of success, you know, bouncing as resistance and as support and as resistance, as you can see on the chart. It looks like that we are in a kind of macro uptrend. You know, Tezos could be potentially near the bottom. Look at this beautiful uptrend that we are creating on Tezos. It doesn't look too bad over here. Of course, you know, you did create a slightly higher high here with this kind of double top with a second higher low top. Higher high, sorry, top there. And it is consistently since, you know, February of 2019 creating higher lows on the chart, looking at the daily. So there is a possibility, just so you can, you know, because we have a huge amount of volume at this range, the $2.80, maybe we are holding this area. Now, could it be that we are forming something very similar that we did back here in the summer of 2021, a double bottom scenario right there? This is very, very possible. I would like to see the price pumping in the next coming days, all the way up to that $4.30. And it's probably unlikely to happen depending on the scenarios that happen with Bitcoin and the general market. But if we start coming down right now, this is not a double bottom anymore, okay? Because we are retesting a third time, and that is going to be looking very, very nasty here. This is of course one of the most important levels that we want to get above. Okay, you do see that spike on the VPVR just there on this mountain. There is a spike there because it's a solid support and resistance level. So to become bullish, or extremely bullish on this, to potentially reach all-time highs, you would have to get above this level, creating a higher high right there, and you know, potentially you will be creating a higher low. So that is the kind of price action we'll be looking at here for Tezos. Yeah, I mean, I want to go through quickly. We're not going to do a full analysis on these altcoins. Want to say hello. Want to take a look at Bitcoin. Very important. And yeah, let's crack on. Habib, hello from Toronto. Hello, Habib. How are you doing? How are you, Srega, Nefi? How are you? Christodolos, hey from Greece, Andy, thank you for everything. Christodolos, you're very welcome. Thank you for joining. When do we reach 50K? Says Per Christian Volmat. 50K, very good question. What I do know is, guys, we got a target first, all right, from this scenario. I want to see how we reach this target, okay? Once we reach this target, if we pop out from the resistance here and we invalidate the harmonic pattern also, remember I was looking at this, you know, Gartley harmonic pattern from here, as you can see, and the D point should take us round about the $48,000. So we need to see how we're going to react to this range. If we suddenly see a breakout here, then yeah, we're only a few $1,000s away from $50,000. So we could be hitting those levels, you know, by next week. If we are in a corrective move right now, and the fifth wave is very, very explosive, and we consolidate here nicely, and we finally break out, I will be looking for short opportunities right there. I will be looking for shorts, but I want to get in the best level. How do you get into a best level? By being patient on the chart. I shorted this, okay. I got stopped out at break even. I was in profit. You know, this was my first short from this range. I did short this, a couple of days ago. Once I saw this rejection, I got into a short position here. I was slightly in profit, and then I got stopped out at break even. Then what did we have? This other major rejection. I also shorted yesterday. You know, I was shorted here yesterday on Prime XBT right over there, and I took profits this morning, you know, at $43,000. I know we did reach slightly lower, 42.9. I was expecting for the price, and it might, and I think it will dip below this higher low over here, because Bitcoin likes to get liquidity, like I explained a lot of the times, where you have, you know, a high, it comes above the high, you have a low, it comes below the low, then you have above the high, and then, you know, very, very likely going to come below the low, until you find a direction. Of course, this is not going to always happen, but this is getting exhausted already. There is a moment that you wouldn't trade, you know, the resistance and support level after a few days looking at the 2-hourly chart, because at some point right now, you are going to have a direction, right? It's going to be up or down. I say that we are going to break this range in less than 24 hours, okay? It's either 42.8 or it's either 45.3 in less than 24 hours. And this is just by looking at charts every single day for years now, that we are very, very likely going to break out from this zone. We're not going to be in this zone for much longer than 24 hours. It's going to find a direction that is going to be down or up. And what are we going to do? We are going to try and get into those opportunities. This is a major buy zone in my personal opinion. Huge amount of support. We got the Gartley pattern that's indicating that we should have another leg up. Anyway, you know the deal. We'll be analyzing the situation. So $50,000, it could be hit by a week or two, depending on how we react to this $46,000, $48,000 range that I'm going to be paying close attention for a short position, depending on how we react to that level. Like I said, if at $46,000, $48,000 we start having, you know, major price action like this with big massive wicks here hitting $48,000, $49,000, I'm going to say, guys, this is looking very, very weak. Very likely I'll be looking for a kind of ABC correction out of this impulsive move. But we'll explain that. We'll get to that once it happens, because this is just pure speculation right now. Smash the like button. Absolutely, Buffo. Thank you very much. Ethereum, let's go, says Natalie. Let's take a look at Ethereum here. Guys, by the way, if you are an experienced trader and you are interested in trading, you want to check out PrimeXBT or Bybit. But at PrimeXBT, I use it for my day trades. Okay, it might be a small swing trade, but it's my favorite trading platform for day trades. And Bybit is my favorite platform for swing trades, because the fees are extremely cheap. You can have a trade open here for weeks and it will cost you peanuts. Very, very cheap. You got the best bonuses down below, and it's another way to support the channel because I get a small commission because it's an affiliate link. So, but anyway, you get the best bonus. If you sign up by your own, then you're not getting any bonus. You get a very, very low bonus, but signing with the link, you get the best bonus available. Of course, both of the tutorials are down below in the description. Let's crack on. Andy, everything okay with you? Says Johan. Everything is absolutely fine. Germán, how are you doing? Hola, hola, Andy from Argentina. Germán, ¿cómo estás? Let's face it, Rico. Right. Scary dump and pump near of liquidation, so I will listen first to my Lolo before I trade. Absolutely. Andy, se me olvidó que hablas español. Eres un crack, tío. Bufo, gracias. Nathan says 35,000 Bitcoin. 35,000 Bitcoin. I can see Mark Dutch here. Thank you very much for joining the live stream, my man. Very much appreciated. One of my biggest moderators. Right. $35,000 Bitcoin, then uptrend. This is also very, very possible, but I think it's improbable. Reason why is because, you know, I would go to the golden pocket range. Golden pocket range being the ultimate low from a potential correction that is, you know, it is dropping right now while we speak. But yeah, golden pocket would be around about the 38.5 K BTC, where we do have very, very strong support. Okay, I don't think we will manage to drop there. I think we are going to create a higher low. Matter of fact, guys, let's see if we have an aggressive drop and we can manage to get into a long position right there. I think this is going to be looking very interesting. Let's see if we are creating an ascending channel here, because if we are, yeah, I don't think so. There's not much resistance that we are heading from higher lows, but it would be interesting to see, you know, yeah, I'm not too sure about this. Yeah, I do like it though. I do like it because on the channels, I like to see consolidation at the center of a channel. That usually happens a lot, where you see, you know, consolidation at the center. You do get, you know, supported right there. By the looks of things, we might have a pretty aggressive drop here. I think I will be very interested to long in between 40,000 and 41,500 at this range. We got this lower high right over here. I'm not sure if this is going to do much, but there it is. And we got this higher low over here. There is going to be a range in between, you know, 42 and 41k in the next coming hours in between today and tomorrow, that we're going to start facing big support. So yeah, let's see what kind of drop we do have. Let's see if, you know, where we're going to start stopping, how we're going to consolidate, how is the volume pressure. So far, not much going on. Let's take a look at Ethereum, of course. Got someone here asking for Ethereum. Now, Ethereum did manage to get above the $2,800. It's a major resistance. We didn't see a huge breakout from this range. Let me just explain here quickly. We didn't see a huge breakout from this range, right? We got this major solid resistance and support level at 2,800. It's not a successful breakout. We were talking about the bearish case scenario here, because you are creating, you know, the trend is to the downside. There's no doubt about that. There are signs of strength, but you are still creating lower highs right there. Look at this. You know, you're basically confirming a lower high, and this is looking at the daily, and it seems like that the pressure here to the upside. Let me just go to the 4 hourly 1 second. Go to the 4 hourly, and yeah, volume to the upside is not insanely high. So I would be very cautious with this. Looking at Ethereum, I think Ethereum could lose that 2,800, and you know, reason why is because you are creating lower highs right there. Yeah, this could correct quite a bit more, especially if Bitcoin drops down to 42, 41, and even $40,000. Yeah, expect Ethereum to have a pretty nasty correction. The only hope that we had here on Ethereum is that you are creating higher lows, and you know, we still could potentially be creating higher lows right there. It's going to be very interesting if we might have an aggressive drop in the next couple of days. We might be forming a high, kind of huge symmetrical triangle. The higher lows and lower highs are there. So yeah, we could lose this level if Bitcoin, you know, doesn't. If Bitcoin does go down as low as $40,000, expect Ethereum to lose this range, and we're going to have much more of a corrective move here on Ethereum. How far low can we go? Well, we'll be taking out the fib levels. You know, we could come as low easy as the 618. And that is a good level where you might get a reaction. 618 at the $2,600 area is where we could potentially drop here, looking at Ethereum. Still in a pretty aggressive downtrend, even though you're starting to have some hope with this higher low right there. All depending on Bitcoin, basically. All depends on how Bitcoin reacts, of course. Let's see what happens. Right, let's take a look. XRP possible, of course. Purple sector. Let's take a look at XRP. Hi Andy, MA exponential ribbons are about to revert on daily chart. This is a bullish signal if it happens. Absolutely. I'm not much of a ribbon guy, Russell, how are you doing? Let's take a look at XRP here for one of the guys in the community. Why not? Let's take a look at XRP, see what XRP is doing. We got this symmetrical triangle that broke to the downside in the end. What have we got here for XRP? Not the best chart that I like to analyze. Look at this, extreme volatility on this one. Extreme volatility. I've only traded this twice in my life that I remember, and I don't want to trade it anymore because of the insane volatility. Let's take a look at XRP here and find some levels. Let's take a look at VPVR. Very solid level here. This is why we're currently getting bounces from this range. The 60-cent level, we got, you know, the bottom from the summer of 2021. We got a massive consolidation, a massive bounce there. We are creating a higher low here with this wick. Overall, it's not looking too bad getting these bounces, but you know the deal. This is the kind of chart that you know, this is like a ball. When you throw a ball on the floor, it bounces less and less every single time, right? So you can see the ball here getting a big bounce, and it bounces on the floor, and it bounces less and less every single time until, you know, you find that floor and you're potentially going to drop. This is exactly what happened to Bitcoin back in back in 2018. Let's zoom out here on 2018 and let's go here. And this is, you know, the perfect example here on you know, a basketball or a football. You know, having a massive big bounce, and you know, every single bounce afterwards is, you know, gets gravitated to the floor, and then, you know, there's no more, you can't bounce anymore, and then it finally falls off a cliff. So is this scenario happening for let me just get this out of the way. Is this scenario happening for XRP? You know, you can see that you are getting gravitated every single time to this 80-cent range. You know, you can be bullish at these bounces, but being realistic, you know, you are creating massive, massive lower highs. Now, I think the most bullish case scenario, and I would actually short this, would be reaching in between this area and this area. If we are lucky, you will be getting a pump to that range, but I think this is going to be a massive shorting opportunity, because I don't see this stopping anytime soon. You would have to see a lot of boring action here for a potential accumulation zone to pop up or break down, and that would be the last breakdown, and then have a massive pop up. Yeah, it seems like that, basically. Not looking, if that makes any sense. Just a quick explanation on what I see here on XRP. A lot of the cryptos also. What's strong with Luna? What's the reason of such bullishness? I have no idea. I don't follow the project, but it's been absolutely crazy, this massive pump. You would have doubled your money if you would have invested about 2 weeks ago. Really unpredictable pump, actually. I think this does have the chance on dropping from this range. Yeah, so stay cautious with this. I have no idea. They've probably got really good partnerships, developments, good news coming out. You need to follow them on Twitter or Telegram and see what's going on with the actual projects. They probably have really good news out. So far it is above a major resistance range. I think this resistance is not going to hold as support just because of the huge amount of bullishness there has been for the last few days. This will have a pretty sharp corrective move, in my personal opinion, on Luna. Okay, that's what I think on Luna would happen. I think that's what would happen. I think. Let's take a look at the comment section right away and take a look at Bitcoin. What is going on with Bitcoin? I am looking for that $42,000. I will be interested in a potential long opportunity at that range because it's very, very strong support. Could we come to lower levels? Yes, but I am willing to take the risk to see how we react to that range. I want to see a reaction. I want to see the bears losing steam here in the next coming hours. And it's probably not going to be on the live stream, but I will set my alerts just at 1,900, because if we go to 2,000, very likely we'll hit to 1,900. I will set my alerts here on TradingView, and then I will pay attention to the chart to see how we react to those levels for a potential long opportunity. And that is going to be me, of course. You do your own analysis of at the end of the day. XTZ was already checked. Waves, please. Andy says, Mike, BTC dumping a little. Yes, sir. Let's take a look. Let's take a look at waves. Sorry, guys. Let's take a look at waves straight away. What's going on with waves? Waves did have a pretty sharp pump. Very, very impressive on waves. I know this is one of the OGs. I think this one, it does have its kind of own life. I really like this major project. Obviously, it does follow the crypto market in general. But this one's been such a solid blockchain project that I think it will do very, very well in the future. And I think it's not going to go much lower than this range, than the $8 range. I don't see how this one. I was pretty surprised it went all the way down there, actually. Very, very impressive blockchain project. And it will do very, very well in my opinion. So if waves, we are getting a little bit of exhaustion right there. If waves does manage to come all the way down to $12, it's going to be a great buy zone. In between $12 and $13, you have an insane support level right there. This is the summer lows. We lost the summer lows. We managed to create a kind of a double bottom right there. Massive big pump. Any corrective move here is very, very likely to get a bounce from this range. I do see waves creating a higher low on the next corrective move, especially this massive interest here and volume from this pump that we've had the last few days. I would wait patiently. We are hitting big resistance. I think this major resistance will be broken in the next coming months at some point. I would be waiting patiently for waves to retrace down, of course. The volume is absolutely insane from this pump. So yeah, not much to add here on waves. I would wait patiently, at least to the fib levels. 618 is perfectly that $12, $13 range. Definitely a potential good buy zone. And you know, if you are scalping this, or if you're swing trading this, you know, if we do hit that fib level, then where I would take profits is not potentially the high, just in case we do create a lower high. It would be taking the fib levels from the high to the low, and I would be targeting the 618 to take profits, of course. Dodi, can you teach some strategy of scalping of yours? Newbie here from Philippines. Scalping strategy? Well, I mean, I have got 2 videos down below in the tutorial section where I do explain some basic technical analysis strategies. You can check that video. It is down below in the tutorial section. It is this one right over here, how I make up to $100 a day. Of course, that is a clickbait, but I do demonstrate by trading this. You've got the tutorial right over here. I got a couple of ones. I should add the other one. I have another strategy here that I should add to the tutorial section. I will add it later, so make sure to check that out. They're just basic strategies. Of course, you need to back test this yourself. I do prove it here with live trades. You can check it out. It's how I make up to $100 a day trading. Okay, obviously this is a clickbait title, of course, so to get some traffic, but I do demonstrate, you know, those $100 by doing a couple of live trades. Let's take a look at What does VPVR mean? It means volume profile. It means that this range, basically, in a nutshell, you know, when you see a spike on the VPVR like this, this means that this area right over here at the $7, $6-7 here, talking about waves right now, is the area where we have seen most volume. Okay, most volume and traded at this level, right? So it's a very you know, a lot of people are interested at those price levels in the past. As you can see right over here, we'd have this big consolidation, and you know, the rest of the price action is there hasn't been that much interest. No interest goes down. So, you know, this is also potentially why the price bounces from this range, because there's been such a huge amount of interest of volume buying at that area that we do have, you know, this has been a reaccumulation event right there. This is why you have this massive big spike. Does this mean that the people that reaccumulated at this area are going to sell here? Probably not. This is why you also potentially got this bounce here. In a nutshell, it is most of the volume traded at that price level. Okay, the volume that's been traded at that level. People, please stop buying these garbage memes. Yeah, stay cautious with the memes. It is very speculative. It is a gamble. It is maybe to make money very fast, but I wouldn't hold much meme coins. I do have a meme coin, Saitama Inu, but yeah, because I had to have one, and it's just, yeah, I had to have a meme coin, right? But yeah, I wouldn't suggest buying meme coins, and especially not hodling for the long term. Maybe Shiba Inu. There is something about Shiba that, you know, might succeed, but you know, overall 99% of meme coins are absolutely, yeah, not worth it, especially for the long term. It's to make quick money. Okay, if you see a trend, you want to get in, you want to get out, maybe in the same, you know, in a couple of days or maybe a week, depending on where you're getting in, of course. But if you double your money, you know, get your money out fast and potentially leave your profits there. But definitely wouldn't hold meme coins for the long run, because they pump massively and they will come back down to the price where they started pumping from. Right, let's take a look at Solana here for Dominic. Absolutely, let's take a look at Solana right away. SNX for Pedro also. Hi Andy, do you think we are done with correction started in November? I think we are not done yet, says Thomas. Probably not done with a correction here. But I think we are going to see surprisingly bullish momentum. We are going to hit that $47,000, $48,000 in the next coming days, I think. We might have a corrective move back down to about 42,000, 41,000, and then potentially have another leg up to 52 and even breaking $52,000, guys. But that will be a very trappy area. I think, you know, I've been doing analysis. I might do a video on this, why I think we could hit those levels. And then have a pretty sharp corrective move during the next coming months. It's something I want to explain. I want to get a video ready for this that I've just said right now. But I mean, you need to get the people extremely bullish again. This is the whole idea of this speculative market, Bitcoin and cryptos, is get people very bullish, get people very bearish. Okay. And obviously, when you get people very bearish, get that big bounce. And when you get people very bullish, you know, absolutely slaughter them, and then have a massive big drop below these lows. I mean, that's how this game works, unfortunately. You need to be very careful when it pumps, be very careful when it dumps. But yeah, I think there could be some more blood in the streets, and potentially losing $30,000, but not successfully. There will only be a little bit of, this will only be weeks potentially below this range. I don't know when it will be, but I don't see us having a macro bearish trend all the way down to $20,000 and $10,000 for months and months. Very unlikely to see a scenario like this. I think the trading range that we're going to have below $30,000 is just going to be a couple of weeks. Okay, that is my deal. There's a lot of interest in buying Bitcoin below $30,000, a lot. So yeah, I think the price below $30,000 will not be there for a long time. But I do see it hitting. Yes, it is very, very possible. Right, let's take a look at Solana here. And SNX for Pedro. What's going on with Solana? This is what we were seeing for Solana. These bullish diversions that are kind of playing out. You are seeing this bounce. I think much, higher price levels is very, very likely for Solana. But we might come down to retest that $85 range again. These lows, very, very probable. But you're already seeing a good sign here on, these bullish divergence, higher lows on the RSI, lower lows there. This is just a corrective move. And this is going to pump much more. I do see Solana trading at about $120, retesting the highs. I think it's going to attempt to retest the highs. You have a kind of descending wedge, which is bullish from a breakout like this. Of course, this is the corrective move from the few days that we have been pumping here on Solana. We went as low as $75 right there. Been pumping like nicely. This is just the corrective move. I think we will have another wave here to the upside. Very, very likely. And you can just see the signs here from breaking the lower high resistance trend line and having pretty aggressive bullish divergence on, I mean, this is the 4 hourly, but they are on the daily. So yeah, this is a good sign. It's a good sign, of course. We didn't have bullish divergence here really because we had a lot of wicks, but you could see the RSI. These were exaggerated divergence where RSI is making lower lows and price action is like pretty steady right there. It's almost at the same level and you are creating lower lows here, so they are bullish and you did get a pretty good reaction. But even though you still had a corrective move right there, I think this is what is happening right now. You could arguably discuss that you did break out from this lower high range also, right? From this high and this lower high, you break out, you come down still, and then you have the explosive move. So that is potentially what I'm seeing. I'm pretty bullish on this in the immediate short term, bearish corrective move right now with Bitcoin. Bitcoin is correcting. Very much expected. The scenario was talked in today's morning update, and we can see Solana making that kind of price action right in the next hours and couple of days potentially. I think that would be a good buying opportunity. You will get a bounce from this level, and that will be the kind of effect that you will have, just very similar to what happened in the summer of 2021. So very, very likely. And main reasons is, breaking this resistance from these lower highs and these big bullish divergence. I think, we do have a chance on the RSI to go to much higher levels on looking at the RSI. Anyway, that's just a quick thought on Solana, taking a look at the chart. Loring, how are you doing? Long time no see. How are you? You got the yellow badge. How are you doing, Lauren? Luna, please. We've taken a look at Luna. Harmony 1. Let's take a look at Harmony straight away. 1. Let's take a look at Harmony. What's going on with Harmony 1? I think we did take a look at this also. Yeah, this one also created a kind of an aggressive descending wedge. There's no bullish divergence on this, but we talked about this major rejection. I think we must have talked about the Harmony 1 yesterday. Yeah, you could arguably discuss that this lower high right there is a descending wedge, right? Creating these lower lows, you connect them and it's kind of a wedge. You are starting to see that breakout right over here. But where are you hitting? You are hitting this major resistance zone at the 16-17 cent, right? You have a big spike on VPVR right there. This is just very, very likely to get some kind of rejection, some kind of retracement. But overall, looking pretty good for a potential higher low. The scenario that I see here on Luna is correcting almost to the lows. and getting a bounce, and you very likely creating a kind of a double top, you know, getting that reaction from the resistance of these lower highs. You can already see that the trend is potentially going to change in the immediate short mid-term. So overall, Bitcoin is very important. Bitcoin is very important for these altcoins to succeed. This is why I mainly focus my crypto analysis on Bitcoin, is like 80% focus on Bitcoin, and also stocks, you know, a little bit S&P 500, 20% on altcoins, on Ethereum, big large altcoins, to see what they're doing, because then you have an altcoin such as Solana having a massive pump. But focus on Bitcoin, because you might see some altcoins that are bullish, sorry. And if Bitcoin is bearish, then yeah, you're going to see those altcoins not succeeding the bullish scenario on the chart. YouTube could automate the likes by hitting the like if someone has been viewing for 5 minutes. Up trade. Absolutely true. Very true. Perdón por mi ausencia. I've been lost in the throes of romance. Oh, Lauren. Okay. Right. Let's take a look. Can we all? Right. Thanks, Andy. Kevin, you're welcome. Let's take a look at MATIC. Bitcoin having this corrective move. How low can we go? I think $42,000 is big support already. Let's see how we react, guys. Let's take a look at MATIC Network. Why not? MATIC Network here for the community right away. It was looking okay. We do have bullish divergence on the daily. We are creating slightly lower lows and higher lows over here. I think this one will get a bounce at some point. Now we're just having that corrective move from the pump that we've had for the last few days. You know, this was trading just about a week ago at the $1.28, and it went all the way up to $1.70 approximately. We could come down to $1.50, $1.45. I think this one will have a bullish reaction if we see Bitcoin after the corrective move do what I'm expecting, right? I think Bitcoin can come as low as $40,000. Now, if it does break down $40,000, then yeah, it's not going to be looking good for altcoins. But yeah, if we do see that corrective move, of course, in the case of MATIC Network, I use Bitcoin to analyze altcoins. This is very important, guys. It's fundamental in my personal opinion. Yeah, of course, if Bitcoin goes down to $40,000, then we'll see MATIC, you know, hitting 145 or even 140, you know, retesting this low range. And then I will be looking, you know, I will be looking for bullish momentum for altcoins, because if I'm expecting that Bitcoin will get a bounce from this range in between $40,000 and $42,000 after a potential drop, I will expect them for these large cap coins such as MATIC Network. So yeah, try and use and combine that, guys. You will succeed very well on trading altcoins. I don't trade altcoins. Very rarely I trade altcoins. I focus mainly on Bitcoin. Luna has been checked. Alex, how are you doing? Hey Andy, hello from France. Pleasure to watch you again. If you get the time, can you have a look at Fantom, please? Right, higher high and higher low still in play. Let's take a look at Fantom right away here for Alex. Straight away here. Let's take a look at Fantom. Why not? What have we got for Fantom? Right, what we got for Fantom. Higher highs and higher lows. What time frame? Of course, if we take a look at the weekly, it might be the weekly. I need to know the time frame if you are looking for higher highs and higher lows. Is it the 4 hourly chart, right? Where we are creating higher highs right there, higher lows and higher highs. Potentially, yes. We are in a small ascending channel here. If we manage to stay above the channel, of course, this is looking pretty good. It's not looking too bad. we are creating a very tight channel here on Fantom. It is true that we are above major support. If we lose this channel right over here, it's not the support of the channel, it's not going to be looking good. Very likely we will be having an aggressive drop, unfortunately. And the bad news here for Fantom is that we are aggressively forming, I need to clean this chart a little bit. We are forming aggressive lower highs right there, as you can see. Still, this one that we just created yesterday is a lower high, as you can see. Lower high right there compared with this one. If we start breaking this range, it will be looking pretty good for Fantom. Stay cautious right over here. If we lose this support from this channel that we are creating, we can go to the 1 hourly chart. Expect the price to drop much lower. If we start losing this low and losing the support, expect Fantom to continue down. Yeah, not much to add here on Fantom. I want to take a look at VPVR, see what's going on. VPVR, we do have very solid level. I mean, look at this. We are crashing. We are getting major resistance from, you know, we got two important ranges here for Fantom, and this is the $2.10 range. Massive big spike there. This is currently why we are getting a rejected also on the price, and we have a big spike on BPVR right there from this trading range. Absolutely huge. So this is why basically what is going to happen for the next coming weeks and potentially couple of months is that we are bouncing at the $1.30 area because of this massive volume profile, and the $2 range where we have this massive volume profile. Zooming out, guys, what could happen here with Fantom is that you are macro creating lower highs, and the price will be dragged like a basketball, hitting the floor. Once it bounces, it gets near until it doesn't bounce to this major biggest support level, which is the summer lows of 2021. Biggest spike here on VPVR. I'm talking about the $1.30. I want to believe, by looking at the chart, that this will be gravitated back down to that $1.30. So yeah, this is the thing. Once you have a market cycle, you need a long-term accumulation zone, right? Unless we have a white swan event, which is maybe happening for, you know, if we start seeing all of these banks blocking, having runs on the bank, and you must have seen it right now that it is happening in Eastern Europe. You know, this might be, instead of a black swan event for crypto and everything's going to crash, it might be a white swan event for decentralization, right? So unless we see something like that and massive big bullish momentum, what is very, very likely is there's going to be a lot of months of, you know, bullishness, come back down, bullishness, come back down, bullishness, and you are really macro perspective, you are going to start creating a big massive descending triangle until you have a little bit of a crash and a long consolidation, and that will be the moment that you need to be extremely bullish, especially for projects like Fantom. Anyway, let's take a look here at the comment section. Nia and RUNE, please. Let's take a look at RUNE here for Lauren. Absolutely. Let's take a look at RUNE. Why not? Let's go to the daily, zoom out a little bit on RUNE. Yeah, I mean, this is the thing. A lot of the altcoins, I've been talking about this a lot. You are going to get that bounce from that summer low, and this is what is happening for RUNE, right? You are getting that bounce from the summer low, and you might potentially break this major support level at the $6.70, $6.60. But overall, macro, you need to talk macro. The bull cycle hype was here. This is potentially the complacency. And yeah, we are, you know, already in an anger stage, depression, right? And you could get those small relief rallies, but I think this is going to continue to get gravitated to this summer low, which is at the $3.50 approximately. $3.30, $3.40 approximately, this range, basically the summer lows. Now, short term, this could be bullish. It is true that RUNE has a big amount of resistance. Stay cautious. We could get heavily rejected at this $6.60 range. Stay very, very cautious. We are seeing that reaction on these bullish divergence. You got the RSI creating higher lows on the daily, slightly lower lows on the price action. You finally get that reaction, right? So this is what's happening right now. You're getting that reaction from the bullish divergence on the daily. We are very, very likely going to get rejected at this range. I'm talking in between $6 and $6.50. Very, very likely you will get rejected at this level on RUNE. But yeah, that bounce was very, very likely. Like I said, you know, the floor level is looking for a bounce, for some momentum. I would be a little bit skeptical here with this if we do create some bullishness here. We are still in a big macro downtrend, so stay cautious. But overall, it doesn't look too bad. Immediate short term, we could see some more bullishness. If we correct from this level, I think it might be a good buy zone. I do see the bullishness in the next coming weeks. Then obviously in the next coming weeks, if we do have that bullish momentum, I would start looking bearish for bearish scenarios. Luna has been checked right away. Let's take a look at the comment section. Is this a dump and pump? Absolutely. This is exactly what I was talking about. But I think we can come to slightly more lower levels, okay? I do think so. Right, let me go through the comment section. Fantom has been checked already. I did take a look at Fantom. Let's take a look here. Scroll down through the comment section right away. Fantom has been checked just a few minutes ago. Let me scroll down here through the comment section. Guys, make sure to smash up that like button, okay? You need to help the algorithm. Help me out here for doing YouTube daily analysis here. You know the deal. Altcoins is for fun. We can take a look at some levels. They are extremely volatile and dangerous. We can take a look at some major strong levels. You know the deal. I mainly focus on Bitcoin, also on the S&P 500, but I do like to focus on Bitcoin analysis. And if Bitcoin is bearish, altcoins are going to be extremely bearish mainly. XRP has been checked out already. How about Rose? Have we got analysis here? Have we got something on TradingView on Rose? Yeah. Oh, hang on a second. Rose is looking a little bit bearish. A little bit bearish. If Rose would have pumped a little bit more to the $28.29, sorry, it would have been a great short. Check out how we had such a respected uptrend with these higher low support. You know, look at these higher lows. We have a major trend line. As soon as we broke down from this range, this is looking bearish already. It would have been ideal to see a pretty nice pump to that 29-30 cent range. We got this big low over here. And I think we are going to retest back down the 20 cent level on Rose. Very, very likely. You know, just the chart is telling me that yeah, we are in a bearish trend basically, and we need to adapt to it till we find a new bullish trend. No signs on Rose to be bullish just yet. We need to find a floor. We need to create a higher low, you know, make a little bit of structure. We've just last week we created a low here looking at the daily chart. It is true that we are bouncing on a major this all-time high here that we did create back on in March of 2021. This could be a floor level, but obviously it's still soon. I want to see a couple of weeks, see what kind of price action we do create here. If we do have bullish divergence, then I would say, guys, this is very likely to be the floor. You know, we could potentially buy some rows or long here because it's looking pretty good. I'm not sure if Rose is on Bybit. Yeah, Rose, you can trade Rose on Bybit, guys. You know the deal. You get the best bonus down below. It is up to $4,100. Another way to support the channel. Bybit link is down below. You get an insane bonus and 30% fee discount. Let's take a look here. The Fed is driving the price down. Inflation is out of control. Of course, they said that the hike of the interest rate is going to happen in March. I think it's on the 12th. Just a blind guess, I would say they're going to put it up 0.25, a quarter of a percent. They're not going to put the interest rates up 2 or 3%. They're just going to put it up 0.25%. And that is not going to have much of an effect, I think, on the markets. If they did put it 2-3%, yes, maybe, but not 0.25%. And I have a strong feeling it's just going to be something like that. So yeah. Right. Gala TA. Let's take a look at Gala straight away. Gala is available on Bybit. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Let's take a look at Gala, see what's going on. Gala is available on Bybit. Yes, sir. There it is. Let's take a look at Gala because Gala is in a pretty solid consolidation, I would say. It is creating higher lows. I do see Gala having bullish momentum at least to the center of this channel. We are creating slightly higher highs right there and higher lows. Now, obviously, we know one of you could think that this is a big, massive bear flag, right? There's nothing bullish about this, and then we're going to break down. Yeah, this is very possible also. But when you are creating these high lows with these consolidations, some kind of bullish momentum is likely, especially if we see Bitcoin, of course. Now, I'm relying on Bitcoin as well, being bullish for the next few days. This is why it is possible that all these altcoins will have that bullish momentum. But what is happening on Gala on the immediate short term, if we go to the 4 hourly, for example, is that we're just getting that resistance from this low over here. As you can see on the chart, you just got that massive rejection from this range. That was a great shorting opportunity right there. Potentially, yeah, to this high. You know, you've got a lot of support and resistance right now. If Gala breaks this resistance nicely, it's a potentially a very, very good long opportunity if it does retrace down there. Yeah, I think that bullishness will happen. I would just stay very, very cautious with fib levels from this high to the low. Yeah, I think we'll be aiming at least to that range, to the 618 from this high to the low. Fib level right there. This is the moment we want to be very, very cautious. You could get a lot of bearish momentum there. So, yeah. Overall bullish for Gala for the next week or so. I do see us having some bullish momentum, very, very likely. Right, what about some popcorn, says Seb, welcome. Thank you, Seb. Thank you, Mark. Thank you for joining the live stream and giving me this insane support. Right, let's take a look at is that Chainlink? Have we got Chainlink here in the chart? Once again, awesome work, Andy TS Pedro. Thank you very much. Thank you very much. Check Bitcoin. It is dumping and pumping. Let's take a look at Bitcoin. It is dumping and pumping. Yeah. Just a quick note here. We do have insane support at the $42,000 range. Okay. Big support right there. This is exactly at 41.8, $42,000. Very strong level. It's going to be very difficult for the bears to dip down below $42,000. If it does, I will still be bullish. I'll still be bullish. I'll be very bullish actually if we do dip below $42,000. But taking a look at VPVR, it's just such a strong level. I think the bears are not going to manage to break this big VPVR range, especially pumping with the kind of volume that we have done right over here. Big pumps with some decent volume. Yeah, you know the deal, guys. You know the deal. I'm in a long position from all the way down here, from the 39k levels. Yeah, exactly, 39k levels, because I am looking for that liquidity grab. I am looking for that liquidity grab from Bitcoin above $46,000. This high over here will be claimed very likely, and then potentially have a massive correction. So yeah, I'm looking for that in the midterm on my swing position. So yeah, any corrective move from this range is bullish for me. Any corrective move, you know, below $41,000 is going to be pretty bullish for me, in my opinion. So that's my take on Bitcoin. That's my analysis, guys. Not, you know, taking a look at 15-minute, I want to do some scalp trading with you guys, but there's not much of an opportunity here. It's just a large consolidation. We could come down to lower levels and we could have a massive reversal from this point also. Not major opportunities I see right now on the chart. This is going to be it, guys. Will it pump from 42k? This is a very good question. The probabilities are very high from pumping from 42k, okay? 42k to hold is a very high probability. Like I showed you, big range. It is a big range. Big spike on the point of control here on VPVR. A big range. I do see us successfully hitting above $46,000 at some point in the next coming days. Very likely. Either it's doing this, either it's doing this, or either it's doing, you know, coming to the very low 40k range and doing this. You know, overall target from long position from down here is there. Mentioned on videos a few days ago. Guys, make sure to check out PrimeXBT, Bybit if you are interested. If you are an experienced trader, make sure to claim those bonuses, all right, down below. Check out Bitcoinsensus website. We've got the latest news here every single day, totally free information. There's technical analysis ideas also. Guides, check them out here. Follow our socials down below, Twitter, Instagram, join the Telegram, Discord also. We've got a Discord group to be a little bit more technical there, and join the Telegram. We've got an insane community. You always see Mark, Dutch, Seb, Joseph, very active. Lauren, welcome again. Thank you guys, and I will see you very soon.